right, guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mount these brackets that you see here onto the back of the control box. The reason being is because my idea is I wanna mount this underneath my actual rig. I believe I have more than enough space looking at this, so it should fit perfectly fine. Obviously, if it doesn't fit, we can put it on the ground, but let's be honest, I want this underneath. I'm pretty sure you guys want to see me mount it underneath. So what we're going to do is there's a bag of screws that you're going to get, and I just took them out. But all we're going to do is you'll see they're really, 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 really small. These are incredibly small that you see here. And essentially, you're just going to take this bracket that you see here. There are three tapped holes on the back. You're going to take these slots that you see here, and we're going to align them onto this here. So we basically have taken the nut, a lock washer, and a regular washer. We're going to go ahead and screw these in by hand. You don't want to tighten it too much because ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to maybe want to slide this out depending on your rig. So you don't want it to be absolutely tight in these holes. Getting it lined up, as you can see here, is always the best part of all of this, just getting them lined up. I have a little Allen key here, wrench, that I have from all of my DIY. So I'm not going to tighten it all the way, but what we're going to do is, again, we're going to grab one nut, one lock washer, and one regular washer to put on here to make it so that, again, we can put this bracket on, because again, I just think it's going to look absolutely cool with it mounted underneath my rig. And then, you know, as we've been doing over the past couple days, is getting all the wire management done. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get this. So I will shut up and let you guys watch me do this for that day when you get your Vero Motion set up, and you can set this up as well. The guys at Vero Motion also have a video tutorial of this on their website, which will help you get this all set up. And again, as you can already see here, leave it quite loose because we may want to move this in a different direction depending on, you know, how much space we actually need. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it quite loose. And again, because we want it to raise over this screw, just in case I need to slide this out even further. I don't think I'm going to need to slide it out as much, but we're going to leave it here. Cool. All right, guys, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this wonderful mount that we have here, and we're going to mount it underneath my rig. So what I've done is I've tilted it on its side. Now, in the tutorial video that Vero Motion posted, they had already had the brackets on the sides. I'm going to do it in the reverse because I want to kind of get this in the place before I sit it on its side, and I don't want to put the actuators on and have that issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this beautiful thing on. I'm excited. You know, this black and red design with my white rig is going to look fire. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get some T-nuts. What you have to also do is you're going to get these in the package that you see here. What you're going to do is you're going to simply take these and you're going to plug these in, and you're going to use the provided T-nuts that you have. And again, it's very cool because it's just a lock washer, again, and a regular washer. So we zoom in here, that we see here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some T-nuts here, a couple T-nuts on the bottom, and then we're going to work on getting this mounted. So let's see how strong I actually am and how well I can do this. But it's very simple. We're going to take the provided T-nuts again. We're going to slide these on the underside of my rig. We're going to go ahead and get this side mounted first. I'm going to grab one of these. I'm going to feed this in here. I'm going to sit this down gently because I don't want to damage anything. We're going to kind of align these over. I got some lint from my some carpet here. Okay. So we're gonna hold it with one hand. I'm gonna put it underneath this cable here. This cable actually is for my bass shaker. Now, Vero Motion does have haptics, but I think that paired with my butt shaker that's mounted onto my seat is going to be absolutely cool. So why not keep them both? But hey, maybe I won't need it with their cool haptics, but I just think it's a cool way of adding some additional feedback. Cool. So we've got those two up there on. We're gonna tilt this over. Now, like I was saying, there's a couple of screws here, so I'm gonna back these out. Tighten it just enough. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mount these bottom ones here. So I'm going to use these muscles that I earned from sim racing. Oh, wait a minute. My lock washer and regular washer fell off. I know this is riveting content, but trust me, if you just trust the process, like with most things, it's all gonna work out. And we are good to go. All of our connections are here. We have a power supply we've mounted here. We're gonna wire manage the rest of this as we get this all set up. But so far, we are good. Power supply, all of the connections for power and data, and all of the things are here. So next, let's get the actuators on. What I'm going to do is have my daughter help me tilt this up, and then we'll start getting things mounted, and then really finish off the last bit of the wire mounting. Let's go. All right, guys, so here's the Vero Motion actuator. This actuator is the back actuator, and how you can tell, it's by the cable length. So this cable length will determine how you use this actuator. The front actuators have a much shorter cable, reason being because they're going from the front to the control box. The ones from the rear are going significantly further. So because of that, you'll take the ones with the really long cables and you're gonna mount these in the back. In addition, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the mounts that are provided. And these mounts, again, for my particular rig, since I have slots here, I'm going to mount mine here. And I'm gonna measure the distance that's provided, that Vero Motion provides. And this is actually information they provide. It's on their YouTube channel, it's in their Discord. You can get that distance. Obviously, depending on your rig, you may have it mounted any different way, but they have their recommendations depending on how you have things set up, obviously. But I'm gonna mount mine this way. It's got holes here for the slots here. I'm gonna get things measured up and get it mounted. Again, if you do not have slots here, they do include brackets that attach to these that can go on the tops and bottoms. So either way, on your profile, you're covered. So let's get this mounted so that we can get to racing and have some fun. All right, y'all, so we're at the back of the rig. What we're gonna do is I'm not gonna take you through and watch me screw all this together, right? Because at the end of the day, that's just absolutely boring. What you want to see is you wanna see me drive on it. But there's a couple things that they point out in the video when you're mounting it to the back. And again, I recommend watching the video on how to install this because again, I'm not gonna go through each and every step. Vero Motion has a great video that walks you through all of this, but I wanted to document kind of how I'm putting this together. So I'm going to measure it 37.75 inches from center because I'm eventually gonna wanna upgrade to the 6-DOF setup. That's my long-term goal. One day I plan on getting there, but right now I'm going to measure it with that so that Whenever I'm able to upgrade to that, I never have to make any more changes to this. So we're gonna measure. What I've already done is measured 37 3/4 inches. So I'm gonna measure this from the center of my rig. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get it installed. And then when you guys look and see this again, you'll see it on the rig, all measured out, and you'll see it good to go. So let me get to installing it and I'll see you guys on the other end.